Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Earlier this year, Angels Horn reached out to me and asked if I would review their Phantom model turntable record player, and I have done that. There's a link to it right here and in the description of this episode. But now it's a few months later and they've asked if I would review the AH6 model. So full specs of the AH6 in the description of this video, but it's a more affordable turntable than the Phantom, and I'm really curious to see how it performs, the construction. I'm going to put it through its paces. We're going to do a speed test on the actual rotation of the turntable. I want to check out the cartridge, the stylus, see how it sounds. So that's what we're going to do. The same rules that applied to the Phantom unboxing and review will apply here. I have accepted this unit for free in exchange for an honest review, and that's exactly what you're going to get. So without further ado, let's crack this open. So it's been a few days since I assembled this unit. As you can see, I wanted to throw lots of different kinds of music at it. I'm very impressed with this. It goes for about half the price of the Phantom, which I've already reviewed, as I mentioned. That's popped up here and the description of this video. But this is essentially an all-in-one unit for someone that wants a turntable and speakers in a box, all in one. You take it out, you saw, it took me about 20 minutes to put this thing together, and that was while I was filming too. So I'm setting up the camera and setting up my lights. This is not a difficult machine to put together. You don't need an engineering degree. It has the Audio-Technica 3600L stylus and cartridge on it, which is probably the most famous cartridge and stylus, the most widely used in the game today, because that is a really solid, capable cartridge and stylus. That's the needle. I'm talking about the needle itself that you put on the record. You could spend a few dollars to get you can buy very cheap styluses, and you can spend thousands of dollars on a stylus. The 3600L from Audio-Technica is really right down the middle, competent, not super expensive, but it is widely regarded as just solid. A lot of people use it. I've got it on multiple turntables in my house. My own personal, not for review purposes, but just the turntables that I use every day. I have them on multiple turntables, and I love it. It's so good at sounding, some people will, I will use this stylus for jazz or this. No, you don't have to worry about that. That's really what this unit is trying to do, is to take all of the guesswork and all of the tedium out of the vinyl hobby. And it's a retro unit with a lot of modern frills, and I love that. So you can just look at it, right? The metal faceplate, the wood grain that's on the speakers and on the sides of the unit. I assembled it in this room on this vintage dresser because it just seems to fit here. There's something very classic. There's something it's very 70s. Even the green light, the only button on this machine, everything is a dial. It's a knob and a dial, right? Click on a switch. You're not pushing buttons. The only button is to turn on the meters that monitor the output of the music itself. And I love the green background. Even that is super 70s. That's so vintage analog 1970s stereo equipment. I love this. That's what this is supposed to be. But in addition to all of the basic features that you expect, 33, 45 playback speed, it's got a line in, and it's got, line in is all the way here to the left, so that's if you want to connect to, let's say, a CD player. Maybe you want to connect an 8-track to it. I don't know. Whatever, you can run a line into this system, and that's how you would access that line channel. And then all the way over on the right is the Bluetooth channel. So if you want to connect, now this does not, the speakers are not Bluetooth. The Bluetooth capacity, they're connected with wires, as you saw. Bluetooth would be if you want to put it on your phone. See, it's trying to connect right now, so I'm gonna turn that back to 33. If you want to have, if you have Spotify on your phone or your digital music collections on your phone, connect to Bluetooth to this unit, and you can just cast that directly to this. And it's got the receiver that's got the preamp already built into it, so you don't need any additional equipment. This has everything you need right out of the box to be spinning vinyl. You can have your vinyl playing on this within, again, like 15 or 20 minutes. The pitch control, let me talk about the pitch control really quick, because I did test the speed right out of the box. It was a little bit fast, just slightly fast, not really fast enough for you to notice. But the beauty of this machine is it's got the pitch control with a knob on the back of the unit. So all you have to do is dial it. If you dial it faster, dial it slower. In my case, just dial it a little bit slower, and it'll bring that speed back down to something that you can test it to get it where you need it to be. But do you know how rare that is? So many turntables, you have to take them apart. You have to take the platter off, take a screwdriver, get down in there and start twisting things around. I have one unit that spins at 36 RPM, which is way too fast, and there's no way to adjust it. I've taken it apart multiple times. I've taken it to technicians. That's just what it does. That's how fast it is. This, you reach behind it, you twist the knob, and you are in business. What a great, modern, convenient addition to this vintage styled unit. This is going to be designed for a smaller space, of course, but it's got a huge sound, and that key there is like the price that it is going for in the market, right? This is a great turntable within its category. So I'm thinking of all these really cut rate turntables that go for very little money. You get what you pay for. And in its price range, this is the best turntable I've sampled in this price range. And I love the sound, that it's got good bass. You know, you can't really, the downside might be that you can't do any adjustments of, you know, you can't adjust treble or bass or anything like that, like you could if this was connected to a stereo system. But it does have good bass. That's one of the things that the 3600L brings, is a solid bass tone. So it's not gonna, you know, blow you out, but it does have some really deep lows to the sound, to the frequencies. It's just competent. It's just a solid, competent player, and I'm really happy that I got to review it. There are links in the description to this video. First, it's going to take you to Angels Horn's website. And if you do go there, Serial 15 saves you 15% on your order of this unit. That's a referral code. I will get a small commission from that sale because that is an affiliate link. You could also get it from Amazon. That link is in the description of this video. Full specs down below. I am really pleased with this turntable. People ask me all the time. I literally just walked somebody through a turntable a few days ago. Somebody was like, what turntable should I get? Well, this now goes on the recommendation list, depending on what price bracket people are looking for. You want something that's $1,000, you want something that's $500, you want something under $300 that's going to deliver good sound and get you back into the vinyl game. This is a serious contender. I love it. I really do. I'm going to be using it a lot. So thanks to Angels Horn. Thanks to you guys for checking out this review. We can continue the conversation in the comments below, because if you have this unit, I would love to know what you think about it and what your experience has been. Long live vinyl. Thanks so much. Until next time, I will catch you later.